Hello, and welcome to Nobody Likes Watches, your channel for honest expert reviews grounded in professional and technical industry experience and insight. Who am I? I'm Mr. Nobody, your resident watchmaker who will be mentoring you in your development as an expert enthusiast, collector, investor, and hopefully future watchmaker, one review at a time. Please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon so that you're in the know when I release any new content. Today we'll be exploring a rugged everyday carry tool watch from Momentum Watch's Steelix collection. Momentum is an established Canadian brand founded in the 1980s. Based out of Vancouver, it is manufactured by St. Moritz Time Corporation, who is well known by collectors for their no-nonsense tool watches, delivering tremendous bang for your buck quality to value ratio. The fit, the finish, and the execution rivals pieces twice their price. Today, we'll be taking an in-depth look at their foray into solar-powered timepieces, the Steelix Eclipse. The Steelix Eclipse is, in my opinion, an excellent candidate for anyone looking for their one watch. It is stylistically versatile, built to high specs, and finished to exacting standards. It has left me very impressed. Please note that since this timepiece was donated by Momentum for review, then this is technically sponsored content. However, this will not have any impact on the unbiased nature of my review, as I am always clear that I will be honest and openly share my experiences with the piece, as well as any potential improvements that I believe would help the piece elevate its presence and relevance in the market. So with all of that out of the way, let's get started. So here we have the Momentum watch box, a simple compact cardboard box with the Momentum branding silver embossed on the lid. Inside the box is a nice thick pillow that keeps the timepiece securely packaged, the instructions and warranty booklet, and a card dedicated to informing the customer of the fact that the watch features a screw-down crown. Now let's take a closer look at the Steelix Eclipse. We're going to start off the review with the Steelix Eclipse's approximate case dimension measurements. The case diameter, not including the crown, is 44 millimeters. The case thickness is 10.5 millimeters. The lug-to-lug is 51.5 millimeters. Now don't let that lug-to-lug worry you. The way that the case is engineered, the way that the lugs angle down, it allows for the case to hug the wrist very nicely. It will go along the contour of your wrist and there will be no lug overhang. Also, the case thickness, which is actually, I should say, case thinness of 10.5 millimeters, makes the piece sit compact on your wrist. The case is a brushed satin finish stainless steel. It has a signed screw-down crown tucked in between the crown guards at 4 o'clock, and it has a beautifully engraved screw-down caseback with a blasted finish. Now looking at the fit and the finish of this case, it is expertly done. The brushed satin finish is high quality with a very nice coarse grain. This level of quality satin finish really helps bring dimension to this case with a rounded bezel and what would seem as softer edges. Definitely helping bring definition to it and bringing out the dimensions. Very well done. The crystal is a flat sapphire crystal. The version of the Steelix Eclipse I'm reviewing originally comes with a 22mm brushed satin finish stainless steel bracelet. It has solid end pieces that seamlessly integrate into the case frame. It uses a stamp push button clasp and has pins for sizing the links. The stamp clasp and the pins for the links at this price point are, in my opinion, understandable and in no way detract from the quality and functionality of the bracelet. If you prefer quality straps, they also provide a large variety as an alternative. Now let's take a look at the aesthetic and functional aspects of the timepiece. The dial is a dark navy translucent blue covering the solar panel at the center. It radiates out to the matte blue ring that serves as an hour marker track. The colors play well together, along with the stark white printed luminous hour markers and the lume-filled hour and minute sword hands. This dial has excellent contrast for enhanced legibility at a glance. The signed screw-down crown at 4 o'clock allows for easy manipulation and use of the time setting and date setting functions. When unscrewing and screwing down the crown, it has seamless and smooth thread engagement due to the excellently manufactured crown tube and crown that have thick threads. The movement used in the Steelix Eclipse is the reliable Epson VS37A. It is solar powered and uses any sort of light as a power source that fuels the rechargeable capacitor. Ideally, apart from keeping the watch charged through normal daily use, which should provide more than enough exposure to light, you should not have to deal with cell service intervals. A caveat to solar movements is that if they are not worn in regular rotation to keep a consistent charge and they are left to use up their reserve, then once they are recharged again, they will typically struggle to hold a charge going forward. Now that we've covered the solid build and the functional and aesthetic details of the Steelix Eclipse, I'm going to address the one potential improvement that I believe would help elevate this piece above its competition. The improvement in question is the Lume. The compound used for the dial and markers and the hour and minute sword hands has a decent initial green glow, but it fades rather quickly to a dim brightness that lasts through the night and is legible, but is hard-pressed to compete with other pieces in the same market, especially when looking at the Lume used by Citizen and Seiko, which hold the largest shares of the solar-powered watch market. That being said, I do believe that the fit and finish of this piece more than make up for the weaker Lume, and that this watch is far superior in build when compared to pieces from the same price range offered by Citizen and Seiko. Now that we've taken a look at the timepiece from a build, finish, design, and performance level, I would like to wrap up with my concluding analysis. When taking into consideration the Steelix Eclipse and its quality premium materials, attention to detail, and its pricing, I personally think that it is a tremendous value proposition, especially if it's considered by a potential customer to be their one and only everyday watch. The value of the bracelet and movement alone almost account for 2/3 of the asking price. Buying a solid premium quality aftermarket bracelet can run anywhere from $75 to $150, and the Epson VS37A can price out to anywhere between $38 and $40. Once you include case components and a labor to assemble and warranty the piece, if you were to mod an existing watch from one of the previously mentioned competitors, you would be looking at $250 to $275 investment, while this piece comes in at $195 to $220 depending on the strap or bracelet upgrade. And if you keep an eye out for their seasonal sales, you can get an occasional 15% off, making this timepiece unbeatable, especially with the premium quality materials that you are scoring at this price range. Watch enthusiasts are part of a community, so please participate in the comments section with any experiences with this brand, as well as any other brands you've enjoyed or would like to see featured on this channel. Until next time, keep learning, keep collecting.